We've no idea where they come from. Shops have little idea when they'll arrive, and most of us don't even know what they really do. This is the fascinating story of Britain's cash-in-transit vans. The story of cash-in-transit vans begins with the need to securely transport money. Back in the 1950s, as Britain's economy grew, so did the need for armoured vehicles.
The mode of operation never being repeated. Nothing here is left to chance. 4 tough men crew each van, which is heavily armoured, besides incorporating top-secret alarm devices.
Initially, cash was carried in regular vans with minimal security. But it wasn't long before the need for something more robust became clear. Companies like Securicor, Securitas and Armoured started using heavily modified vans, designed to protect their valuable cargo. These vehicles became instantly recognizable on British roads with their distinctive liveries and imposing presence. Securicor in particular became synonymous with cash handling, their blue and white livery a familiar sight throughout the UK. Over the decades, these vans have seen significant upgrades in security features. From reinforced steel plating to bulletproof glass, these vehicles are designed to withstand almost anything. Modern vans are equipped with GPS tracking, remote immobilization, and even die packs that explode if tampered with, making them highly secure mobile fortresses. But these security measures also mean that once their service life is over, most cash-in-transit vans are crushed, their secrets taken to the grave. It's incredibly rare to see one up for sale. Here's a handful we found for sale recently, but you'll definitely need some credentials before getting behind the wheel. Like most of these vehicles, the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter is now the go-to vehicle, and many companies specialize in converting them for customers around the world. Of course, with great value comes great risk, and cash-in-transit vans have been at the center of some of the most audacious heists in British history. Throughout the 80s and 90s, Britain saw a huge number of brazen attempts by gangs to rob these vehicles. In one instance, a mobile battering ram was used to tear the vehicle open, whilst another cunning duo used fairy liquid to slide crates of cash worth £6 million into their getaway van. One more notable example of a robbery gone wrong was in Chandler's Ford, 2007, where the Met Police's flying squad shot dead 2 members of a gang responsible for stealing over £500,000. But that's almost a drop in the ocean compared to the £1.4 billion transported throughout the UK's secure vehicles every single day.
22nd of February 2006, a masked gang forced Colin Dixon, a Securitas manager, to unlock the doors to his Tunbridge depot. Earlier, men posing as police officers have kidnapped Mr. Dixon's wife and child in Herne Bay. They threatened to kill them unless he does what they say. It's a terrifying ordeal, and the stakes could not be higher.
The 2006 Securitas depot robbery saw criminals make off with over £53 million, the largest cash robbery in British history. While the depot itself was the target, it highlights the constant danger these vehicles and their crews face. It remains an incredibly dangerous job, with over 250 attacks on staff each year. But these vans weren't just a part of real life. They were miniaturized and became popular toy models as well. Corgi and Matchbox produced replicas of the Securicor and G4S vans, making them a staple in toy collections across the country. These models are now collector's items, a small reminder of the big role these vehicles have played in our history. Recently, an incredibly rare piece of history came up for sale, a 1975 Volkswagen T2 cash van, previously used by Italian company Metronotta. This van, a far cry from the armoured giants of today, represents an era when cash transit was still evolving. Originally used for transporting gold, jewels, and large sums of cash, it's not every day you see one of these up for sale, especially in such a preserved condition. Believed to be sold to a private collector, it's unclear what the new owner has planned, but this van is undoubtedly a unique piece of history. The drivers of these vehicles are highly trained, not just in handling the vehicle, but in dealing with potential threats. The crew operates in a world where even the slightest lapse in security can have serious consequences. One such world where you'll have seen this come to light is Hollywood. Cash-in-transit vans haven't just played a role in real-life drama, they've also become icons in popular culture. From action-packed movie heists to high-stakes TV dramas, these armored giants have captured the public's imagination. They don't just symbolize wealth, but the risks and challenges of keeping that wealth secure. Films like The Italian Job and Heat have immortalized the cash-in-transit van, depicting them as impenetrable fortresses that even the most skilled criminals struggle to breach. But how accurate are these portrayals? The reality might surprise you. Here's a little movie magic you might not know about. Most of the armored cash vans you see on screen aren't actually armored at all. In fact, they're often just regular vans dressed up to look like the real deal. Interestingly, in the US, the same vans often make appearances in multiple films and TV shows. Production teams simply change the livery from one project to the next, giving the vehicle a fresh identity each time. So that van you saw in one heist movie might have been robbed again in another, just with a different company logo on the side. But not every production relies on trickery. Sky One's The Heist took a different approach, using a real ex-Loomis cash-in-transit van. This van, once used in actual money transport, brought a level of authenticity to the show that's hard to fake. The production team wanted viewers to feel the tension and realism, and having a genuine armored vehicle on set certainly helped achieve that as 10 ordinary people battled to escape with cold hard cash. Whether dressed up for the big screen or pulled straight from the real world, cash-in-transit vans have become essential in bringing high-stakes drama to life. They're more than just props, they're characters in their own right, adding to the intensity and excitement of every heist scene. As the UK moves steadily toward a cashless society, the future of cash-in-transit vans is evolving. With more people using digital payment methods and fewer relying on physical currency, the role of these armored vehicles is shifting, but it's far from disappearing. While the need to transport large amounts of cash is decreasing, cash-in-transit vans are adapting to meet the demands of a changing market. Companies like Pivotal, a relative newcomer in the industry, are expanding their services beyond just cash handling, including ATM hire for events and even maintaining kiosks for others. These vans are now tasked with transporting gold, rare jewels, high-end watches, and even sensitive documents, all of which require the same level of security that cash once did. So, while the future may look cashless, the journey of the cash-in-transit van is far from over. These vehicles have always been about more than just money. They're about security, trust, and ensuring that what's valuable reaches its destination safely. Could we see driverless cash-in-transit vehicles in the near future? Or perhaps eco-friendly, electric-powered vans making their way through city streets? One thing is certain, the need for secure transport isn't going anywhere, but how it's done might change dramatically. Thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this short film, and if you did, we'd hugely appreciate if you subscribed for our future content. Like the video and leave your story below. Perhaps you learned something new about these incredible vehicles.